don't tell me what to do in this house, OC.
They make you pay for your mistakes.
She took off running. Pew!
Sad face sandwich. Wait, they had to. OC, it's week 10, so I want to welcome everybody to the breakdown. We have all the NFL action, 13 games coming up. OC, where do you want to start?
J. Bell, we're going to be looking closely at 3 MVP candidates today. Do you remember a few weeks ago when we agreed to disagree about who the MVP should be? Who did you pick?
Baker Mayfield?
Who did I pick?
Drake May. Can we move on?
No, we can't, J. Bell, because it was Drake May indeed, and those two quarterbacks met on Sunday in Tampa. Buccaneers versus the New England Patriots.
You making this show all about you. You deserve it.
Another first down. Little play action. He was looking deep. Now comes to the right side. Ibuka is in for the touchdown. What an opening drive for Tampa Bay. A loss at Detroit and a win at New Orleans. 2nd and 10 as Tucker makes up for the drop and has the first down on a 12-yard rumble.
Man-to-man, see him coming down with the running backs. Right, you get the motion. Now Baker knows where to start with his eyes.
Getting flushed out of the pocket. All kinds of trouble. He's going down back at the 20-yard line. Oh, he got chased.
Cannon the play, alerting it, getting to the right play.
Final seconds of the first quarter. They fake it to Henderson. Tony, you're right, going down the field. They got the big play. There he goes, running down the sideline is Williams. Williams, the rookie, has the touchdown. How you felt it coming here, Tony, but you called it. Here's the big play, 72 yards to the rookie from Washington State.
Oh, you just have seen enough football, and I'm like, watch out, Tampa.
180, fight!
And the fake, and the pass down the middle, he's there. Beautiful throw, and Ibuka has a big gain. 36-yard attempt right here. He's 8 for 8 this year, 50 and beyond. So the short one is good anyway. For the lead at 10-7. Go shotgun time on 4th and goal to close out the first half.
Motion, throw to him quickly.
Looking that way, throws it, end zone. Diggs, did he get the feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown, New England.
Diggs is having a game, and 1, 2, and how aggressive. Does he hold on? Gutsy decision throw, but what a catch. That's 2 players making an incredible play.
Picture perfect. Both these teams have been outstanding during the year on their first drives of the second half. Here's Henderson up ahead and taken off. He might not be caught inside the 20, the 10, and the rookie takes it home for the touchdown.
Talk about a home run hitter. Josh McDaniels, what a perfect call.
Baker from the gun. New England rushing 4. Baker steps up in the pocket. Now flush, now throws, and it's caught! It's caught on the sideline in the end zone for a touchdown. Not a .2, a 2.
Got to be movement with the quarterback. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this little play. Ibuka has it. Baker's running out to the outside. Ibuka with a flag out is stopped short.
Their version of the Philly special did not work.
Going to go deep again. He's got a man open, and it's caught in stride by Hollins. Tackled at the 5-yard line. May has shown all year he's one of the great deep ball throwers in the league. It's okay, he signals to his young quarterback. 3rd and goal. May, he's got time. Now throws, and he's intercepted in the end zone by Tyke Smith. They toss it.
I didn't love it.
Henderson got away.
Love it.
He's got a chance to show off that speed. Henderson breaks a second one for a touchdown.
Oh my gosh. He looked over at the coaching staff to say, should I go in to score or should I not? Should I go down? I've never seen that before, Jim.
69 yards. Okay, out of timeouts from the 11. Baker stepping up and fires. End zone, caught. Touchdown, Tez Johnson. But this is a spectacular turnaround, led by that man with another victory.
I always love the fight. You know what I mean? That's why I love coaching them, is that they fight and they compete. It's not always perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But I love the way that they compete. You know, you're going to have some time that, you know, if you strike out, you got to go to the dugout and be pissed for a couple seconds, and then you got to go play the rest of the game. So we tell them, you know, take 30 seconds, be pissed, but we got to go play. And it was a long game. It's a tough place to play. It was warm, and they're good.
Flat out gangster Mike Vrabel, the New England Patriots, 7 wins in a row. He has that team humming, J-Bell.
Man, and Drake May turned that pressure into production. We knew they were going to try to heat him up, and he responded. Let the tape play. Now look at this right here. I just want you to see this young quarterback right there. That's alert, right?
Alert.
I see something. I see pressure coming. Now look at everybody else's response. Oh, I see it too. I see it too. I see it 3. Okay. Now he sees the pressure come. What does he do? Drops back, play action pass, and he delivers right here. The crosser. Man, this kid can run Williams, man. You get him the ball in space, he delivers. But it's Drake May's ability to identify and attack. That's what you have to do versus pressure. Okay, look at this. He picked it out. He sees the pressure coming from this area. He drops back. He wants to throw into pressure, right? Play action pass. He wants to throw it over here. Oh, but the window's closed. Okay, where am I going to go? Look at his head. Okay, look at his head. Where's he coming back to? He's coming back to number 2. Oh, I see I have the advantage with leverage because you can use speed horizontally or vertically. You use it horizontally, you take advantage, and he delivers. That's his answer to pressure. Cool and poised in the pocket, and he delivered. And he took a hit.
Knew he was going to get hit. That is absolutely outstanding. I love that. And right here, you're going to see Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is what we like to call an amoeba defense. Why do they run that? Because they don't want these guys to be able to identify where the play is coming from. But guess what Drake May does? Run it. He immediately snaps the ball while they're in their amoeba defense, sitting over here trying to figure out what's going on. And right here, the pressure does come through, but Drake May has the wherewithal, the ability to stand in there, shrugging off Beta Bayer. Beta Bayer is 380 pounds. He's like, get off me. The pressure coming in his face still makes the play, J-Bell. What a play.
Using up-tempo as your answer,
Exactly,
OC.
to amoeba defense.
I like that. I like that. You know what else I like?
Okay.
3rd and 14, man. You got to make a play, right? We're taught as defenders to sit at the sticks. These are the sticks, the first down marker. So right now they're in a deep coverage, and look at Drake May's answer. Let's see this ball snap. He knows he has to take advantage, drop back in the pocket, pressure in his face, and he delivers on the outside. Look at that throw.
Mac Hollins.
I mean, Mac Hollins, who does your dirty work. But let me break down what Mac Hollins does. Look at this. Look at this route. Now look at him in the sticks. Look at the corner. Watch this little hesitation right there.
Oh.
Gets the corner to hesitate just a second because he's thinking, is he going to throw at the sticks? He doesn't have to do that. He has underneath defenders here to help him. This is sloppy play. But guess what the best quarterbacks do? They make you pay for your mistakes. May, he did that. He delivered. Mac Hollins over the shoulder. Look at that throw. Look how he tracked that. One of the best deep ball throwers in the game takes a hit. It does not matter, OC.
Stepping into the pocket no matter what. Drake May, MVP.
All right. Man, your man's balling. I ain't no hater when your man's balling. Look at this guy.
Okay, so the New England Patriots win their 8th game of the season, and now we're going to go no huddle with some more highlights from this weekend. A moment of silence was held around the league in memory of Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland, who died in an apparent suicide last week at the age of 24. And for former NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, who died on Sunday.
In the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills lost in Miami. Devon Achane had 225 total yards, 2 touchdowns as the Dolphins beat the Bills for the first time in 1,141 days. Yes, you heard that. They head to Madrid next week to play the Commanders. Look at them celebrating in the locker room. The Dolphins put up 30 on the Buffalo Bills, who had 13.
Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets. The New York Jets remembered their legendary center Nick Mangold before this game, where they picked up their second consecutive win. The Jets scored on a kick return and a punt return inside the opening 10 minutes, the first time that's happened in NFL history. Justin Fields had only 54 passing yards in the game, and 42 of those came on this play to Breece Hall. Jets 27, Browns 20.
The Jacksons are back on tour. I'm talking about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson as they won their third straight game. Lamar hit Mark Andrews in the back of the end zone as Baltimore moved to 4-5. Look out, Pittsburgh Steelers. They are coming for you. Ravens 27, Minnesota Vikings 10.
Oh, didn't we do that in the agree to disagree thing too? That's Jason.
Get out of here.
Pittsburgh Steelers
come on,
and the
man.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Guy don't forget
Thousands
nothing.
of Steelers fans took over SoFi Stadium. Witnessed a miserable night on offense. Aaron Rodgers threw 2 picks and was sacked for a safety against the Chargers. Justin Herbert hit Ladman. He's a good lad, Jay Bell. Ladman McConkey for a 15-yard touchdown as LA won their 7th game of the season. Chargers 25, Steelers 10.
You know who else is a good lad? Our friend Addy Dirday and his Seattle Seahawks defense, because they're on fire. DeMarcus Lawrence picked up a Jacoby Brissett fumble and ran it back for a touchdown. And Osi, guess what? He did it again. In the second quarter, the Seahawks scored 5 first-half touchdowns in total as they stomped all over the Cardinals. Seahawks 44, Cardinals 22. All right, the NFL International Series was back this weekend in Berlin and became the latest city to host a regular season game. Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones, and the Indianapolis Colts were looking to respond after their loss to the Steelers last weekend. And in their way was Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and the Atlanta Falcons.
Remember when they used to do that?
The Dirty Bird? Wait, they had to...
Penix wants the snap and he beats the play clock, gets hit hard for the backside. That ball is out and the Colts have it. Cameron Bynum came from the backside, jarred it away from Michael Penix Jr. and the Colts take over. Taylor is the back. Jonathan Taylor ducking inside. He is in. A touchdown for Indianapolis, and he has tied the Colts' all-time record with Edgerrin James. He stays in and gets the handoff and gets the touchdown to tie the game. A career-high 5th rushing touchdown of the year for Algier.
And a great answer coming back off the fumble. Colts putting the ball into the end zone.
There's that RPO action, and Jonathan Taylor busts it into Atlanta territory and drags multiple defenders down inside the 40. Leading rusher despite his low output last week against Pittsburgh's tough defense. Now Jones takes a shot into double coverage, end zone, Warren, the rookie. Beg your pardon, it's Pierce leaping for the touchdown.
Little pull there in the quarters coverage, and you go up over the top to Alex Pierce.
Usually one of the top tacklers in the NFL. His rate has been a little lower this year. Penix floats it. London reaches out and holds it in. Touchdown, Drake London. The red zone machine strikes again.
You're going to see him here. Going to run him on the hook. They're going to pause him here, clear out back behind him, and then they're going to turn him on the wheel.
Makes it a 4-point lead. Pinion boots it away. And it is grabbed by Doolin. He makes a move to get to the outside and pick up a very good return into Atlanta territory. Bates showing pressure. Here he comes. Now drops back. Jones under pressure. That ball is out. They got second and short. That means it's Taylor time, and he's got the first down, and he busts away from the pack for plenty more. Jonathan Taylor, big run. There he goes, and Indianapolis takes the lead. 83 yards, the longest run of his career.
Going down, he's going nowhere. And once again, the patience. Just get up there, hug the offensive line, keep the legs moving, And then you see the breakout, the explosive speed, a little bit of a stiff arm there on A.J. Terrell, and he's taking it the distance.
Here is Algier looking for the end zone and the lead. Touchdown Atlanta.
By Jonathan Taylor, and it's been the story of the game. Back and forth, each team coming up with the big play as they needed to answer the other team.
It's the tight end Warner next to Penix. Out route, it's London. It's not a touchdown, but in the red zone, it's 2 and a 3-point lead. This is the type of game, though, that we are hoping to see tight down the stretch. And sure enough, we've got a 3-point game. Here comes Abdullah, and Amir Abdullah, one man to beat, and a great touchdown-saving tackle for the Falcons by Natron Brooks. Otherwise, Abdullah is headed to the house. From 44 to tie the game for the Colts, and Badgley delivers, and we're level. The equalizer with 25 seconds left. Colts bring extra bodies on the blitz on Penix. And Zaire Franklin comes up huge on this drive in overtime. Get to about the 35 or 30, you're in his field goal range. Jones, deep drop, floats one deep down the field for Warren, what a catch! Right back to Taylor with Warren blocking, touchdown Taylor! An appropriate finish in Berlin, Germany. It's Taylor's game, and the Colts win in overtime.
This is a historic place, and if you look back at the history, the guys who've achieved amazing feats here is no slouch. So to kind of be a part of that, it makes me feel like I'm a part of that lineage. And like I said, I'm just so appreciative. I'm humbled to just have a small piece of history here. I hope that, all of the residents of Berlin enjoyed the first ever, NFL game here. I hope that we put a good product on the field and just to be able to spread our love for the game.
I'm so sick and tired of the gender wars. Oh, do I have your attention? Are you guys paying attention now? I'm so sick and tired of the gender wars. I believe men and women are 1,000% equal. Yes, I believe men and women are 1,000% equal. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, after a long day of shooting the Jason and Osi podcast, I walked home, I went inside the kitchen, and I asked my wife, I was like, could you please make me a sandwich? And she looked at me and she said, you don't tell me what to do in this house, Osi. You don't tell me what to do in this house. And I said, you know what? You're right. I mean, we are 1,000% equal, and I can't tell you what to do in this house. And so I walked into the kitchen, and I got some bread, and I put some mayonnaise on the bread, and I sprinkled some cornflakes, and I made me the saddest sandwich you've ever seen in your life. And I just sat there and I ate my sandwich, and I said, it's okay, Osi. And then you never believe what happened next. A couple of days after that, this is a true story. We're laying down in the bed. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we hear a noise. And my wife hears it first, and she wakes me up. She's like, Osi, there's a noise. And I hear the noise, and immediately I spring into action. I went straight to the window. I saw an armed intruder breaking into the house, and I immediately tackled him. I started to fight him, and I said, honey, run out of the room, run out of here. And she took off running, pew! And I'm sitting over here, and I'm fighting to the guy, and I was able to chase him out of the house. And so, just pure instinct and adrenaline running. And I sat down on the bed, and I'm sitting over there in the room, and about 30 minutes later, my wife walks back in the room, and she says, Osi, are you okay? And I said, yes, I'm okay. But I have a question for you. I have a question for you. You see, when that man broke into our house and our lives were under attack, and I said, leave the room, how come you didn't say, you don't tell me what to do in this house, Osi? How come you didn't say, you don't tell me what to do in this house, Osi, then? You see, although we're 1,000% equal, we have different roles and responsibilities, just like a football team, just like my main man, Jonathan Taylor here, the MVP, 32 carries, 244 yards against the Atlanta Falcons, and I want you to see how this team has different roles and responsibilities. First and foremost, I want you to check out the center right here. Check out the center, and I want you to check out the linebacker right here. Watch what the center does. Let this play, Otis. You're gonna see him climb up, and hit the linebacker directly in his mouth. And this is what's able to spring Jonathan Taylor. Different roles, different responsibilities. He is having an MVP season, but everybody else is working together. Now here, I want you to check this out. I want you to check out Alec Pierce here and check out the center again. The center is going to pull again. Check this out. The center is going to pull, climb up to the linebacker, boom, and watch Alec Pierce down there, sealing the edge for Jonathan Taylor to have another big run. Amazing plays. Check this out again. Watch the center. He's going to pull, climb up to the linebacker, and Pierce is going to crack block. And this is what springs Jonathan Taylor for a big gain. And right here, I want you to take a look at my main man, Tyler Warren. Check this out. Let this run, Otis. You're going to see him seal the edge. Now, Jonathan Taylor is going to bounce in the middle, bounce back to the outside, and look at Tyler Warren all the way down there. Running, hustling, making sure nobody gets to the running back. Look at him making plays for his running back. Nobody sees these plays that other people make because we all have different roles and responsibilities. Look at him right here. Seal the edge. Taylor bounces to the outside, and look at him hustling, running, humping, making sure nobody can get there. What an incredible year Jonathan Taylor is having. But it's all down to the different roles and responsibilities.
Osi, I mean, phenomenal breakdown. But I'll be honest.
Yes, sir.
I'm just thinking about that sad sandwich.
It's pretty sad, wasn't it?
It was, man.
Know, man.
Was it crunchy, though?
Cornflakes.
I mean,
Frosted Flakes.
That's the one positive.
Frosted Flakes and mayonnaise.
Man, love that breakdown, man. Know your role. Okay, remember? I need you to remember. For a behind-the-scenes look at the NFL in Berlin, check out the Weekly Blitz tomorrow at 8 p.m. here on the NFL UK and Ireland YouTube channel. Hold on. It was crunchy. It was crunchy. And that's what matters.
Yep.
And make sure you subscribe and like while you're there because you do not want Osi to have a sad sandwich. He's more valuable than that.
Yes, I am. We're going to look at the Houston Texans in desperate need of a win, but without C.J. Stroud due to a concussion. They started Davis Mills against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sad sandwich.
If they get one-on-ones, looks like Will might have one up top.
Lawrence, he will fire back of the end zone. It's handled. Parker Washington, fantastic grab for the touchdown.
We'll take a closer look and see if he slapped that second foot down. It looks like he might have.
So it's Tommy Townsend punting from his own end zone. Parker Washington backpedals. Townsend got all of it from the 28-yard line. Oh, what a move by Washington! Parker Washington! He's going the distance! Touchdown!
What a day for Washington. Has the unbelievable toe tap touchdown early and then says, that's not enough. Let me go ahead and take this punt to the house. Wow. Jacksonville, hot start. Is this finally the time they get in?
Second and goal, go to the outside, marks, he gets there for the touchdown. Lawrence will operate from the gun. It's a handoff, ETN knifes his way for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And that's potentially a backbreaker right there. Just a simple handoff. ETN takes it back out the same side. And it hasn't looked the way that Houston Texans fans hoped it would.
Third down and 10. Mills, pocket holds up. Mills to the end zone. Higgins has got it for the touchdown.
See if they can do it with the two-point conversion.
Mills. They will to Collins. He's got it.
This is a pure one-handed catch. He reaches the left hand out, never even touches it with the right hand.
It has not been a big offensive day for the Jaguars by any measure. Deep drop. Lawrence steps up, and Lawrence is tossed down by Hunter. He is having a whale of a day. Mills. Hooks a pass. Back in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz walking the tightrope. Under 3 minutes to go. Motion man is Noel.
It's a running play to Chubb. Up the middle, Chubb. First down. Davis Mills.
What a rush, Walker.
Steps up. He's going to run. Mills looking for the pylon. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Texans.
An unbelievable move on Trent Brown. Comes free.
See everybody protecting the perimeter out here. Lawrence. He's sacked, and it's over. Will Anderson Jr. gets there. The ball pops in the air, and Rankins takes it the distance.
How hard was it to get anything going consistently in the pass game today with guys out at receiver and then the shuffle on the offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, we had our opportunities. We just didn't take advantage of them. I think, obviously, like those things you mentioned, are they can play a factor, but I really think it was more self-inflicted things really throughout the past game and throughout the day on offense, to be honest. I mean, there was a lot of stuff we left out there. It's a really good defense. You know, give all the credit to them. They are really good defense. So they made some plays today where, you know, good defenses, good teams are going to make plays. But I also feel like we left some stuff out there that we had some opportunities, and we just have to be better and make those moving forward. We need them. You know, we got to play better offensively. We got to move the ball better. Got to score more. Had a lot of short fields today. And we just got to take advantage of that and be able to, you know, put a team away when you got them down that much, and you got to be able to finish and put the game away.
26-point comeback by the Texans. Second largest comeback in their history.
Amazing.
As a former Texan.
Wow.
Yeah. And they got a little help.
Okay.
From my man Trevor.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, J. Bill, because I know this is your boy right here. You love you some Trevor Lawrence, so I want to see how objective you are as a pundit and as a presenter, J. Bill. I want to see how you do this one.
Let me before Otis plays this, let me just show you where my confidence level is.
Yes, it's down.
All right, let's play this. Here we go. All right, Trevor Lawrence right here. You're up 20
I love
to
the
10.
way your voice is
it's
like.
first and 10, right? First and 10.
Yeah.
You don't have to force anything. Let this play. Trevor Lawrence right here gets the snap off before the clock is up. Boom, interception. Oh my gosh, how does this happen? How does this happen? Well, let's break this down because Otis has provided us with another angle. Okay. That's one of the best corners in the game. Stingley. Okay, now look at Trevor Lawrence right here. He's gonna get the snap. He's going to look this way. He's trying to go to the left. Doesn't like the matchup, right? So in his progression, he comes back to the crosser, but he short arms it. It's two behind, and the DB undercuts the pass. This is just a bad throw by Trevor Lawrence. He should not have forced that ball. He had all that space to lead his receiver.
Amazing, J. Bell. I like that. I like how you're objective you are. But now I'm going to show you exactly the mistakes that this guy makes. Trevor Lawrence under pressure, every time the pressure comes, he seems to make boneheaded play after boneheaded play. I don't know what's happening right here. The pressure comes late. He is responsible for that guy right there because it's a man for a man. The man comes late, and what does he do? He just throws the ball late. Now look at him right here. He knows right now that this is a blitz, that this is going to be a hot read for him. Let this play, Otis. And the blitz comes, and what does he do? Immediately just throws it up.
He's late to see it, Osi.
So I don't understand this. This is what, his 6th, 7th year in the NFL? He was supposed to be the golden boy, the golden child. But when things get tough, the tough get going. Now right here, you're going to see him. This is 29 to 30. They're down. They need to make a play. 1st and 20, 3-man rush. 3-man rush. 3 men are never supposed to get there when you have this many people blocking. Goodness. He beats one, beats another. And look at him, just throwing the ball up for anybody. Picked off by Sheldon Rankins, and he goes all the way in for a touchdown. He seems to get so rattled when crunch time comes, J. Bell, he seems to not know what to do. He cannot make the big play, the opposite of what this man was in college.
It's hard to defend that.
Yeah.
But when I look at situations like that, I got to look at the play caller, your head coach, Liam Cohen. And I think, what have you two done together to make this mistake? Because you're supposed to manage the situation. And I feel like he wasn't as aggressive as he needed to be as a play caller to get him in these situations. Now, the playmaker has to deliver, but as you know, there's a lot of roles on a team.
That's true.
And everybody's got to come through.
Different roles and responsibilities.
That's it, man. It isn't all on the quarterback. I find a way to make it right, Trevor. Osi, I feel like it's time to pick things up on this show.
Okay.
Pick pick them up. So we're going to go no huddle, starting with another fourth quarter comeback.
Things were looking so good for the G-Man, thanks to 2 rushing touchdowns from Jackson Dart. Look at him go. But after he was ruled out with a concussion in the fourth quarter, this one turned around completely. In the final 4 minutes, Caleb Williams threw a touchdown to Rome Odunze. And then watch him scramble for this 17-yard score. Brian Burns, what are you doing? Great season, but oh boy, Caleb Williams running, and he got in. The Bears 24, Giants 20.
Osi, you know I love special teams, so I am not mad when the highlight of the game is a punt like this from A.J. Cole. Look at this thing. Bounce sideways. Just beautiful. I mean, everybody's celebrating the stands. They're thinking this is what we came for. Yeah. This punt right here because it was magnificent. This game had 15 punts, 3 interceptions, 2 missed field goals as the Denver Broncos defeated the Las Vegas Raiders. But hey, every win counts in the NFL. Broncos 10, Raiders 7.
Detroit Lions at the Washington Commanders. President Donald Trump in attendance in Washington to see the Detroit Lions beat the Commanders. Dan Campbell took over play calling duties for the Lions offense, and it's fair to say it worked. They had 546 total yards and scored 5 touchdowns, the longest this 43-yard run by Jahmyr Gibbs. Lions 44, Commanders 22.
Oh my goodness, Osi. Remember all them Carolina Panthers fans asking us, coming at us, saying, how could you? Why would you? What's the reason? Well, this is why. Tyler Shook dropping dimes down the sideline right here to Chris Olave. He threw for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Saints 17, Panthers 7. That's why we did it.
Come for the king, best not miss. Matthew Stafford went past 400 career touchdown passes in this game, throwing 4 touchdowns, including 1 more to Davante Adams. That's 13 passing touchdowns in 3 games for Stafford.
Now, Matthew Stafford is one of the hottest quarterbacks in the game right now, but it's his head coach, Sean McVay, who is the maestro with the pen and the pad in the lab, coming up with breakdowns that are hard to stop. And I want to show you how they do that. Okay, first of all, we know football is about numbers, Osi, right? If you got more numbers, you got a chance. So I want you to look at this. You got 3 receivers down here. And what they know right now is pressure is coming. You see Matthew Stafford, he identifies the pressure, throws the screen right into that to Puka Nacua. Now, as soon as he does that, they have the numbers advantage. They really have 3 over 2. The third defender is way in there. That is how you set up the perfect play for Puka Nacua, who is a physical runner with the ball. It's the matchup. But look at the detail with this, how Sean McVay has these boys ready. He comes off the ball for the screen. Look at his angle. His angle sets up the block for Higbee right there. Boom, perfect block. Look at the throw on the upfield shoulder and low from Stafford, which allows Nacua to take off and run without hesitation. It's the detail, the preparation, the execution. And down here in the red area, Davante Adams has been an assassin. So what do? You take 2 guys and you cover him. So we're not going that way, right, Matthew Stafford? We got 3 tight ends on the field because we want more linebackers here. We get the boot, everything's covered, but you extend the play, eyes down the field, and that arm angle. This is what Matthew Stafford is known for. He was the one doing all these sidearm throws beforehand. But look at the tight end right here coming uncovered. Right here, he knows I got 2 guys on me, but I got to find space. I'm looking for space. I deliver because of the arm angle. Allen comes through. Now, I talked to you before about Sean McVay being in the lab. His lab this game was 13 personnel or 12 personnel. What does that mean? That means 1 back, 2 tight ends, or 3 tight ends. Why do you want to do that against San Francisco? Because Fred Warner, their best linebackers out. You want to force them to play with a lot of backup linebackers where you feel like you have the advantage. So right now you have that. You have a tight end in motion. What does that do to the linebacker? Well, that changes my run fit. I might have to move in. I might have to move out because I got a lane I'm responsible for. So now I'm thinking just a little bit. Now as it goes and it plays on the play action pass, I got to hesitate, step up. And now there's a throw right behind me. Boom, completion to Ferguson. But this is the detail they work with. Now, as you see this motion come over here, right? Boom, this is where Ferguson is. Look at the linebacker 57. This is his responsibility. So he sees the play action, he comes up, he hesitates a little bit. Okay, now I know it's a pass, I'm trying to cover. But look at what Ferguson does. His angle is to that inside shoulder because he's trying to manipulate him to go in there because he already knows he's going to be cheated over there a little bit because his run responsibility. This sets up the route. So everything looks the same. Boom, I'm wide open because I made the run turn into a pass. Okay, 3rd and 2, back here in our 13 personnel. What are we trying to do? We're trying to manipulate the second level defenders. What do I mean? The linebacker and the safety. All right, let this play. Soon as the ball snap, motion, what does that do? Well, talk to you. It makes you think I might have to move inside because my run lane responsibility changes. Okay, cool, that's happening. All of this, play action pass. Oh my gosh, I'm looking up. Look at this, wide open Parkinson. Nobody covers him. Okay, what's the reason why? Well, let's break this down. Look at these guys, 48-27, the second level defenders. Motion changes my run gap. Play action pass, I step up. This is Parkinson. Look at him come down, Osi. What does that look like?
Looks like a run.
It looks like a run. He's running there. He's actually blocking the defensive lineman, puts him on his back, and runs a route. It messes with your eyes. Everything looks the same. This is what Sean McVay does, and that man right there, number 9, he's the guy who delivers. One of the best offenses in the NFL, and it's because of the detail and the guy that can deliver.
Okay, J. Bell, now let's take a look at the standings. In the AFC East, you have the New England Patriots, 8-2. Buffalo, 6-3. Wow, getting stomped by the Miami Dolphins. That's unbelievable. Over to the North, Pittsburgh Steelers, 5-4. Lamar Jackson with the Baltimore Ravens, right up on them. And in the AFC South, we have the Indianapolis Colts at 8-2. Big win for them. Jacksonville, what a loss. Right there by the Houston Texans, man. I don't know what's going to happen over there. AFC West, wow, we got the Broncos at 8-2, probably the worst 8-2 football team I've ever seen.
What?
And then we got the Chargers at 7-3 and the Kansas City Chiefs 5-4. Boy, they're still there. They haven't given up hope, J-Bell.
All right, in the NFC East, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a big game this week against the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay, Osi.
That's a big one right there, Jay.
So let's talk about the North, man. You got 3 teams fighting it out. We just talked about Green Bay and their game against the Eagles, but I like Dan Campbell taking over the play calling for the Detroit Lions. That is interesting. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on top of the South. Hopefully they can get some health back in their receiver cores. But in the West, the 2 teams, the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams, are dominating. Both these teams could be in the Super Bowl. I would not be surprised.
Okay, J. Bell, we're going to finish with a couple of questions from the people, our loyal viewers, J. Bell. Now, Neil Ogden is going to ask, when you two were playing, Jason, and it got to this point of the year, how banged up were you around this time?
Okay, Osi. Not too bad, but you're feeling it. I would say you're really just getting into major football conditioning, right? You're in your flow. But it's now you're trying to maintain what you have. I don't think you're really improving. You just don't want to fall off. I feel like you could start the season fast, and then all those fast players would slow down.
Exactly.
But if you just maintain because you took care of your body with discipline, then you were stronger in the latter part of the season.
100%. This is why strength, conditioning, and taking care of your body, stretching, cold tubs, all those things are so important, because like right around then when everybody else is doing this, the good players are actually doing this, and your body starts to feel good. You're in a rhythm, you're in a flow. Got some little injuries here and there, man, but that's everybody, man. So
eating right, getting your sleep, staying out of the club, J. Bell. J. Bell, stay out the club.
Yeah, but I didn't eat right. I loved cookies.
You got good sleep.
I did get good sleep. I did get good sleep, but I did love cookies.
Right.
Megan Dyson, 3966, also wants to know, great show. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Please explain to us again what a cover 2 is.
Oh,
look how
I
excited
love
he
these
is.
kind
He
of
loves
questions. All right. Look at what I had in my pocket, too, because I hadn't put it down.
The long
I just wasn't ready.
I hear you.
My man, Otis, are you just reading my mind coming through with the breakdown? Cover 2, let's talk about it. First of all, it starts with the safeties. This is the window of your defense. This is what the quarterback's always looking at to show him what the coverage is. If this was cover 2, this is what you would have. You would have 2 deep safeties. This safety would have this side of the field from the hash all the way to here. I know it's a lot, but he would have all this deep, and this safety would have all of this area from the hash to the sideline deep. Now that's a lot. So what do you want to do? On the outsides, these corners want to funnel the receivers inside. So they're trying to hit the receiver inside, so it makes it easier if it goes deep for this guy to cover. And he has this area. So he has the short outside area. So what's happening in the middle? You have these underneath defenders who have what we call the hook. So this is the curl. This is the hook zone. So you have one of these defenders who have the hook. Remember, curl zone, hook zone. Then this guy, if it was cover 2 and they call it Tampa 2, he's your middle runner. He runs right in the middle. Because why? Where's the weakness? If that's cover deep, that's cover deep. All of this stuff underneath is taken away. That area right there is your weakness. So you run your linebacker in there to prevent that. And that's cover 2. The reason you run it, obviously, take away stuff deep downfield. But really, think about it. All this area, this short yard area right here, is covered by all these underneath defenders.
Yep, and this was popularized by my main man, Tony Dungy, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's why they call it the Tampa 2. They used to run that. They had Simeon Rice, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks across the middle, John Lynch.
Yeah.
Absolutely dominant football team. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was so good.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because one more thing, because our people want to know, it allows everybody to have their eyes on the quarterback, and that's how you create turnovers.
Okay.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody from the bottom of our hearts. You are a part of our family, and we really appreciate you listening, liking, subscribing, sharing with a friend, watching till the end, watching the clips, all of that. It means everything to us. And you know, this is an educational show.
Yes, it is.
It is all about what we learn.
Okay.
OC.
Yeah.
What we learn together.
Yeah.
And it's going to start
Okay.
at the top,
Okay.
OC.
Yeah.
You know what a family is?
What's that?
Otis, show them. A family is somewhere where different roles and different responsibilities
True,
are
Jason.
there.
That's exactly right.
And
man.
that's what's on a good team
Yep.
and a good family, OC.
100%, man.
Different
Equal,
role.
everybody's equal, different roles and responsibilities.
We've learned
I
that.
love that.
You know what else we've learned?
Tell us, J-Bell.
Play it. Oh my goodness. Agree to disagree with OC? No.
No?
No more.
But I like that game.
I keep losing.
No. We gotta keep doing that, J-Bell.
Agree to disagree?
No. We
more.
gotta do
No
that, man.
more,
Come
no
on,
more.
J-Bell.
We'll let
Come
the
on.
people
Oh, they want
demand that. If the people demand that, then I will get back in that arena. Because you know what I know?
What's that?
My role and responsibility.
That's pretty good, Jason.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose.
Nah, don't want to lose.
I got you.
Third, what are you thinking, man? I didn't have anything for you.
I like this one, Jason Bell.
Okay.
You're really, really going to enjoy this one.
Okay.
Run it.
Oh.
You are who you thought we were.
Who? You are who you thought you were.
Yeah,
Who was that?
The Carolina Panthers.
Oh my goodness.
You thought we forgot about you. You were in the comments, dancing,
Yeah,
giving us grief for
yeah.
all the stuff that we may have forgotten. You think we didn't know what we were talking about? You got 30 years of NFL experience in here. We knew the Carolina Panthers were going to fall flat on their face, and they did it at the worst possible time. Yes. So like and subscribe, and leave more comments, Carolina Panthers fans.
You want a sad face with your sandwich? You want a sad face with your sandwich? Huh? Come at us again. We got tiny sad face sandwich. We out.